All right, citizens one and all, welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. We are going to work on a separate playthrough for some guide videos here. We start up in the mountains. Medieval Dynasty is a single-player RPG, immersive, like Life is Feudal styled game is what I would call it. We are going to build ourselves a place to live, place to call home. We are in early alpha, so the bugs are aplenty. But we are gonna go ahead and get going. What I'm doing right now is looking for sticks and stuff. We're gonna get to town and talk to the fella here, see what he has to say. This is gonna be more of a basic how to start type thing. We'll talk about a lot of stuff that I've seen in stream and that I've done in general, and we'll see what we can accomplish that way. Let's get to town for now. Shift, left shift is sprint, of course. Left alt highlights everybody in town, names, etc. We'll get into that more later. Where is it? Is it you? No, it's not. Where is he? Ah, here we go. Yeah. Okay, howdy. My uncle used to live here. He's dead. He's still dead. Okay, I can craft tools. Your own land, yes, but you have to pay taxes at the end of every winter. We'll talk about that more later. Thanks much. Alright, so now it's going to kind of guide us through a basic what to do and how to do it, which we will get into. He did give us a hammer, which we will put to number 3. A symbol torch, which we will equip with F, and then you can press F anytime to take it out. You can see these characters down here with the symbol over them. They're willing to join you, but only if you can convince them to join you, and that's a story for another day. But with starting out, there's a couple of things that we need from town. So what we're going to do right now, I know it's telling us to do a few specific things. We're going to work on that. We're also going to work on a couple other additional things. So for the time being, we're going to look for rocks, which unfortunately is not easy in springtime for me, being as colorblind as I am. I tend to have luck in the hills. But why we're looking for rocks is a great question that I will answer momentarily. If we find enough to make a couple of tools. There we go, there's another one. Yeah, they really blend in. Here we go. The torch literally does help quite a bit. You believe that? Yeah, so you kind of gotta... They kind of sneak up on you. I've been told by a lot of people that the rocks are one of the hardest things to find early on. They stand out like sore thumbs in wintertime. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut trees, make a stone axe, build our first house. Perfect. Absolutely, I agree. We should do all that. Each season is 3 days. The days are, I would say, about 20 minutes long a piece. So we have plenty of time to do a lot of stuff. So right now what I'm working on is we're going to make a little bit of money and buy a couple of things for the adventure here. That is what we're doing currently. So we're looking for stuff that makes us money. Lots of sticks to make these axes with. And we're going to make more than one axe. We're going to make hopefully 6 or 7 and sell them all off. Axes probably are the easiest way to make money in game right now. Here we go. Here's a bunch of rocks again. It's 2 rocks per axe. And I think we about have enough to make what we want. St. John's wort is for healing poison. There's another one, a plantain style herb that actually heals 10 health, and it's probably the best thing to find early game. And yes, we will talk about skills in another video. think we about got enough stuff. So again, what we're doing right now is we're just gathering sticks, we're gathering rocks, and we are going to make a bunch of axes and sell them in town. Some quick, easy money. And then we'll use that money to buy some seeds so we can have a farm. A nice, happy farm. Oh, there's a rock there. Yeah, they really do blend in for me personally. I'm looking for a specific herb, which also blends in for me terribly. So the straw there, we'll get to that in a minute. There's the St. John's wort again, which again is for poison specifically. So I think we've about got enough. There we go. Sorry for the initial boredom, guys, but I thought I'd cover this as well. So now, as you can see, we are overweight, and I think there's one final rock here. Yeah. Very nice. Maybe one more for the road? No? I'll take the stick, though. Let's put the torch away. So, Q, crafting. It says we can make... Okay, we didn't do it right. We'll try that again. So, Q is the crafting wheel. These are all the basic tools you can make. We are going to make this with R and then set it to max of 10. We're going to make all 10 of these. The reason why, again, is these stone axes sell for 28 gold pieces a piece. I am sure that it will be patched out, but day one, it is some quick, easy money, and hopefully by day 2, we are up and running how we want to be up and running. But we're going to probably go towards the same spot where I play on the live stream, which is a different save file, and we're gonna cut some trees there and set up camp there. And we're gonna do one or two other things to get a really good quick start here. So going into town now with 11 stone axes. Left alt shows who a vendor is. We're gonna go right to the main guy here. Hey buddy, let me see what you have for sale. Okay, awesome. Good. I want you to buy all 10 of these from me. Thank you for your gold. Have a blessed day, sir. I think it might be Adelina that sells seeds. Yes, okay. So each seed does have a description. Planted in spring, collected in autumn. Okay. Planted in spring, collected in summer. Onion seeds. Sure. Let's actually take 15, 14 of those. And then let's see what else. Planted in spring, harvested in autumn. We can take 9 of those. Perfect. We are ready to roll. We actually do have an axe still for ourselves. Thank you. Have a good day. I am getting out of here. So now, next up, it says cut some trees. We will cut 1 tree here initially. And I will tell you why once we're outside of town. And then let's get to inventory with I like to click on food. Let's eat both of the oat rolls. No, we only need 1. That actually healed us a bit too, but we did not need any health. So we're going to cut down a single tree. I prefer the maples. Some of the pines and the birch don't give us much logs. So once the tree is down, let it fall, let the animation finish. Hit it once to clear the sticks. Hit it twice to make it into logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now press Q again. Crafting. R. And 4 wooden spears. Now there are wolves, there are bears. And in general, there are other things that you can shoot. So what we're doing again is just getting ourselves a little bit of defense here. So then I set the wooden spears to number 2. You can jab with them, right click to aim like any other survival game. Now the last piece of the puzzle for the day, before we go into the hills and find our base, we are going to run over here and get some of these reeds. Now, I advise getting about 200. I don't know what our space looks like. Yeah, we're 18 pounds. Yeah, so we're going to get 200 of these. Reason why is so we don't have to come back and do it again for a while. So, here are the reeds up here. I'll take a drink of water. As you can see, our stamina empties pretty quickly. We're going to just sit here and pick these. Get 2 to 3 per. We need 200 to have enough straw to build what we need to build. That is what we're working on right now. This will take just a minute of our time. It does not weigh much. We want it to come back for a long time. Now the reeds turn into straw, and the straw can also be used to make straw hats, and a couple of other things. I can't think of everything off the top of my head right now, but we will go into detail on that in the future. This music is very peaceful. I'm liking it a lot. Let's look and see what we have. We're up to only 56. Let's keep going. I do wish you can come down here with the scythe and hit these. I've not tried that yet. And we'll keep going. Now we're still on day 1. I would like to get the house done on day 1. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we're sure going to try to make that happen. And we'll be able to build a simple house with what we have right now. We might stop a little shy of 200, I don't know. Your goal is to get through the first season without having to run off and get the same resource repeatedly. And we're not going to build too close to this. And either way, as you can see, we get another survival level there. That we get the survival levels from the finding and grabbing of resources, etc., etc. So let's see where we are now. 150, a little bit more. Never hurt anybody. We'll grab this batch here, and then I think we'll call it good. And then we're actually going to run back to town, and there's one final piece in town that I personally like to get. This is going to depend on your playstyle. And speaking of playstyle, make it a habit to regularly save the game. We're on save number 4 here. I don't want to overwrite any of my other saves. Hopefully we don't. As you can see, we're on Summer of Year 2 here. We're on save number 4. So we're going to run back to town this way. Left shift again is sprint. And we're going to go into their fields. Now what we're going to do is we're going to steal some stuff. If this is not your playstyle, that's perfectly fine. Don't feel obligated to steal. But me personally, I'm going to steal. There's one thing over here that's going to be a big helpful thing for us. There may actually be 2 things over here that are going to be pretty helpful for us. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both. We're going to take them with us. We're not going to start any of the side quests right now. Our guy is laboring for breath here. Let the stamina come back for a minute, and we're just going to dead sprint. Now here are their fields, and as you can see, these townsfolk are out working them. And eventually you can have villagers yourself and assign them to do stuff. But within this shack here, unless the devs changed it, this chest has tools. So we're going to take 1 iron hoe and 1 iron scythe. And then we're going to get out of dodge. Nobody saw it. If no one sees you, physically sees you steal, you don't lose reputation. So what we're going to go do now is we're going to go to where I did build on my main playthrough. And we're going to set up camp there. Just a little bit this way. I like this area. It's got clay. It's got good bunches of trees. It's got decently flat ground. And I will definitely try a lot harder this time to get things done correctly. We need 3 pieces of leather, which means we're going to have to kill something or multiple somethings. So this is the lead into the area where I am on the other server. Or not the other server, the other save file, excuse me. And we're going to save here on number 4. So we're going to run into some boar up here. Now you got to find boar early on. They do have leather. I believe they spawn in packs of 2 or 3, and there's one right there. So right click to aim. C to crouch. Hit him in the head. It's a 1-tap. Beautiful 1-tap there. You need a knife. I don't believe I have one. We need a rock. Ironically, my favorite thing to find. Was that one? Nope. Come on now. Always something, right? This side of the map was terrible for rocks. But there's something that we actually need to look closely at if we can find one. It's the broadleaf plantain. It's mixed in with the other plants here. It's really hard to pick out, at least for me personally. But the broadleaf plantain heals 10 health. So I normally try to keep about 10 on me at a time. Let's go over here to where it's rocky. We might have a better chance of finding a rock. No? No, but it says you need a stone pick. Of course. Stone pick, stone pick. See, some of these I feel like the dev team needs to change the coding on so that we can loot them. And this is the struggle that you're gonna find yourself having pretty early on. You're just not sure where to look for things, and I normally don't have this much of a problem finding a singular rock. There we go. Maybe? No? Okay. There we go. So now back to crafting. Make a stone skinning knife. We'll get back over to this body right here. And you don't have to loot your spear out. Just go ahead and press E. And you are good to go. We got 4 meat and 2 leather, and we got the spear back. Now let's try and find one more pig on the way down. I think I just heard one. Nothing. It's a really good spear throw, though. Really, really good. Nothing. Okay. Anyways, this is the valley that we live in on my live stream save file. So since I'm familiar with this area, I'm going to go ahead and set up here again. I feel comfortable here, and I definitely want to get this going as quickly as possible. Now when you're near the river, always check the edges, or the creek or anything. Always check the edges for feathers. Birds will stop by once in a while. I never see them, but sometimes I find feathers, and you need like 50 feathers to make anything. So we need to cut a bunch of trees. So we're going to come over here and do that right now. We're going to chop this one and that one. Interesting, because the trees here actually do look different. No, they're the same, exactly the same. Okay. Just the ground looks so much different. Come on. We need to chop 5 trees, so we're almost there. As you can see, this is why I like this area, this clay here and everything, so let's go ahead and chop the maple still. No, that's a pine. Okay, whatever. We're having stamina problems, that's why we're taking our time. And one more. And what we're going to build is house. It requires 6 logs, which we should be able to get from right here. It's going to make us overweight, but that is quite alright. Where's that other one we chopped? Guess it's this one right here. That actually lines up nicely. We're going to put this house in a different spot than we did on the other save. Again, 2 hits. 1, 2. And as you can see, we're getting very, very overweight, which is fine until we can't move anymore. And now we're going to build the house. And we're going to just put it right there. Actually, I like that. And the door is going to face towards the road. And now you press your hammer, which for me is number 3. And you can see, you know, we need to put straw on the roof. This way we have so much straw. And as you can see, we need more logs and sticks. So, although it says it's 6 to start, I do hope that they eventually show the total amount that's going to be needed. I think that would be very beneficial for the dev team to add that. So I'm hoping they do very, very soon. Add those things. Let our stamp come back a minute. Just using up everything we have in our inventory. We'll go out and get more. To actually take that and go ahead and put it there. Good. Now you can see over here we cut this tree down. I believe we got 3 logs out of that. Yes, we did. Now let's cut this one down. Seasons and sleep. Yes, that's fine. There are seasons. Each season is 3 days. Day is about 20 minutes. Sometimes you have to watch where these pieces go because they can just kind of go everywhere. I'd like to get these all and we'll just kind of hobble back real quick. As you can see, we're almost done. I think we're going to need at least one more tree cut down. This is not the most heavily forested area, but that's okay. We'll make it work. We always do. It looks like we're going to need about 6 or 8 more logs total. Quite all right. And we also have some stick problems, but that's also quite all right. Let's finish the door last. Alright, good. We'll keep going back to the same spot. We'll just bring 4 logs back at a time. We're grabbing a couple of sticks on the way back. As many as we can. Good. Let me back to the hammer. We can do this while it's dark out. I believe need sticks and logs still. Yes, sticks, logs. Okay, one more should do. As you can see, it's now pretty dark. I think we'll be okay. We need 4 more logs. As you can see, we can hold the torch while we do things. Since we took the time to really make some money there at the start, it did put us a little bit off the mark, but that is quite alright. We'll leave this tree standing for now. We will take the sticks though. While we're on the subject of sticks, we do need to set up a rabbit trap so we ensure we have plenty of food. Then we'll grab these both here. Again, I really like our setup next to the road. I think it looks good. So, sticks there. Sticks there. Then log, log, and log. And that is the house built. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put away all of that straw. We're going to stash the wheat seeds and the onion seeds. We'll keep the leather. Keep the meat. That's the broadleaf plantain that heals for 10. And then we will grab... That's it for now. Yeah, we're good. We'll grab some sleep. And then in the morning we will set up some fields. And we'll stash the scythe. Now those are stolen. Not easy to sell. We'll talk about that later on. I'm still experimenting with how all that works. So at this point, first and foremost, we need to go hunt a animal. Oh, H takes the UI down, by the way, if you didn't know that. We will explain all of these different talents in the near future. There's a lot to learn there. So what we're going to do right now is we need to kill... As you can see, that didn't even fully bring our food up, but that will overkill it. I wonder where you get the apples from, though, seriously. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hunting. And look at that. Oh, right there. We'd only been a bit quieter. Let's try that again. So crouch with C or control. We go for the buck there. I think we will. Okay, don't spook him. I don't know if we'll get this. We're not that good at killing these ones. Hold still for me. Ah, we didn't get him in one hit. We missed. There we go. I'll take 2. But this gives us a chance to show off something else, though, which is good. So left alt, it says, hey, there's your wood spears on the ground. So there's one. And left alt, there's the other. Good. And there's clay all over the place here, which is, again, a reason why we stayed here. So now what we are going to do is over here, we're going to do building, farming, field. We're going to do 1. Nope. We're going to do a 1, apparently. Just to kind of show how it works. Now, currently you cannot fix these, so then boom, see, it's ready for planting. So what we're really going to do, though, is misclick like everybody else on the Steam forms. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to repeat with that, and we're going to do... Excuse me, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 again. With a gap in between, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm keeping them small on purpose. And then we plow. And farming is currently bugged. I don't know if it will be bugged for long. But a lot of people are having issue reusing the fields once they plant once. They don't seem to work again afterwards. So that is something I'm well aware of. That's why we're doing smaller fields. They do seem to disappear eventually, especially when they're smaller. So what we're going to do is go ahead and plant both of these as we bought spring seeds. That's 2 fields, and then this little oopsie right here, which we cannot get rid of. So now what we need to do is craft a simple sack, which they renamed simple bag, but for some reason it's saying simple sack again, which I find kind of funny. And now we're going to go back inside, put the hoe away because we're done with it. Here we go. So we don't need this anymore. And as you can see, it's no longer stolen because we used it, which I find weird. We'll take those seeds, and then we'll take the onion seeds, and then we will put simple bag. As you can see, that is the funny part. In the crafting menu, it still says sack, but in your inventory, it says bag. I guess they didn't like all the puns that came with simple sack. So now you can also press the middle mouse button to select here. And what we're going to do is get the bag out. Come on, where is it? There we go. You can set the type of seeds. We have wheat and onion. We will start with the wheat seeds here. Now the problem is the manure doesn't ever seem to work. So the field is plowed. You can plant down your crops. Potentially, if you don't misclick here, you really have to be careful putting your seeds down. If you miss it, it's just game over. You lose the seed, and they're not cheap. Money's definitely kind of hard to come by right now. And we will do all this like that. Perfect. And we will put the bonus right here. We did accidentally waste one. So now we will go ahead and do onion seeds. And as you see, we bought extra on purpose, just in case we want to go bigger, but I decided smaller is better here. And we will get more and more technical as the videos go on here. Of course, obviously. And there we go. Everything is planted. Other than that, you don't do anything. You don't irrigate. You don't do anything. You're just set. And at that point, we save just in case something bad happens. We are good to go. And that is that. I think that's a great spot to call it. That is day 1, season 1 of Medieval Dynasty. Really fun game. Thank you everybody for being here. If you like it here, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer everything. Feel free to stop by the streams. I stream this every night this week almost, I think. And I'll be streaming it probably pretty consistently. But so far we have our first house. And we have a couple other things in the works. As you can see, it says survive first season. So we're going to spend our time wisely. But again, thanks for being here. Make sure to subscribe and hang around. We'll be playing this quite a bit in the future.